Okay guys, we're going to talk about the human parasite reality. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. The human parasite reality. Hey guys, look at these guys. Why, sweeties? My little girls now and boys. So the human parasite reality. This is something for, well, everyone should take a look at, because you got to really think this through. Human parasite reality. What do you mean by that? Well, let's take away the human and just, we've been talking about parasites for a while, right? So let's get a definition of what you call a parasite. Oh, sweetie. What's the definition of a parasite? Okay. Simple definition's got many, but it's when one creature lives off another's table. When one creature lives off another creature for no benefit at all. In fact, most of the time, harm. Okay, no benefit at all. So that's a little hard one, okay, for people to swallow, because we're going to switch it over to the human parasite. And so, are we a benefit to the earth? Think about it. Okay, you got so-called 7 billion people, right? 7 billion people. These guys licking me. Hi, sweeties. Okay, 7 billion people. And they all eat, right? They all poop. They all use energy. They all take and consume. So when you look at this reality, okay, the human parasite reality, we have to sort of pull this apart just a little bit, because otherwise it won't make sense. So just, again, stay with me. Okay, so the human parasite reality is not easy to be seen at the ground level. It's because we're on the ground level, right? We're at the, let's say, 3-foot level, okay? This level, because we're going to use threes here, powers of 10. And at the 3-foot level, or the ground level, okay, then what you see, there he goes, Mister over here, he's coming to take a look too. What you see is a ground view, okay? A ground view. Let's get down this way. Now I got a ground view with all these guys. Hey guys. Okay, so the ground view down here, you really can't get a good idea what's going on. Hi, sweeties. What, you hurt her leg, I know. Hi, sweetie. Okay, you can't get an idea what's going on. It's because, look, you want some food. Hey, buddy. Hi, sweetie. What's up? Yeah, everybody wants some love, even this guy. You want some love too? Yeah, everybody wants some love. So when we look at all these people on the planet here, the planet, and we have been harvesting, okay, this planet. We've been mining this place, right, for lithium batteries for your cell phones, from materials that we get out of the ground, just gold, right, or silver, just to be able to get some metal out of the ground, some iron. Maybe some, well, sodium bicarbonate, right? Or how about borax, right? It all comes out of the ground. So all these products, all these compounds that we make, well, how about your car, right? What does that use? Petrochemicals, right? Petrofuels, to be able to run that gross polluter all over the world. You got all different types of things that we use, the earth. So when you really look at this here, we as are the animals the problem? Okay, what's the problem? It's the people, right? The people are the problem most of the time. Oh, sweetie. People are the problem. And why would that be? Is because we are not taking care of the earth. See, we can either be little devils, right, and destroy all of God's creation, and you can call God's creation whatever you want, doesn't matter, right? You can turn it into a guy with a beard. Hey, sweetie. You can turn it into anybody you want, doesn't matter. Buddha, Krishna, Orion, or just, as I see, the intelligent design in everything. Okay, even a blade of grass. Look, a turtle. Big Bang Theory, really. How about intelligent design? So the human parasite, basically what we do is we harvest the earth. And as long as we put back, remember, if we are a benefit to the earth, if we sustainably start to realize, okay, with our realize, hear with our real ears, and actually do something about what we should be doing things about, which is taking care of Gaia. And what is Gaia? It is what you see with your eyes. Remember, earth, water, fire, air, ether, okay? The things that actually sustain us every day, for thousands and thousands of years, every day. And over the last 100 years, we, the human parasites, okay, we have consumed so much, and we have not put anything back. You cut one tree down, what do? You put 50 more in, not 2 more in. Okay, you put 50 more in. Why? It's because maybe a lot of those are going to die. You got to still nurse them along, right? Okay, whatever it is, you want more putting back than what you take, because that's the secret to being an earth steward. Look, nature provides. All you have to do is take care of it. And if I destroy nature in any way, poisoning the grounds, using, okay, if I was using Roundup here, you'd see it. It'd be all yellow right here, right? Okay, you can see. Why are those weeds not down or up? It's because we weed eat them, and or these guys now, they're eating it. They love eating the fence line. So they're the best weed eaters in the world, right? Look at lawnmowers. So the human parasite, basically, look, if we see what it looks like at 3 feet, right? That's the ground view. The ground view, basically, you really can't see what's going on. All you can go ahead and see is convenience. All you can see is basically magic that shows up at the store. Where do these resources come from? It doesn't matter. Turn my lights on. Well, it's electricity, right? How does electricity work? Doesn't matter. How does my car work? Doesn't matter, okay? I go to the store and I get fuel, right? I go to the store and I get food. I turn my lights on. Power turns on magically. Okay, this is the human parasite reality. See, if we knew we were earth stewards, then we'd want to go ahead and actually demand that each of us needs 1 acre of land. 1 acre. So you could maybe take care of some of God's creatures. Okay, God's creatures, right? And who are God's creatures? There's a variety of all different things. Okay? Hi, baby. Yeah. Hi, sweetie. God's creatures. Okay? And, of course, this guy can bite my hand off if he wants. Okay? But, of course, he's my, he's my stepchild, right? To see the miracle of life, okay, is one of the reasons being why, think of it, you were designed by God. You were designed by an intelligent designer, as this African cicada, designed by an intelligent creature, okay? An intelligent energy, whatever it is. We just know, look, the coconuts. So if we don't understand this reality that we're earth stewards, then we slowly become parasites to the earth. We just take. We don't put anything back, and that's not a good thing. Okay, think of it yourself, okay? I want you to think for yourself. It's a little hard right now to be able to look at yourself. Are you a parasite? On one side of the fence, I want you to go ahead and see all the food that you've eaten, all the waste that you've produced, all the plastic, remember all the cans, everything you've produced, all the water you've used, okay? Soaps, detergents, everything you've done in your life on this side of the fence. Then I want you to put on this side of the fence over here, okay? What are the things that you put back into the realm? Added back into the realm. Did you grow any food? Okay, not only for yourself, right? Could be just growing it for yourself, like I'm doing right here. Could be growing it for other people, like I'm doing over there, right? This is my personal backyard here, but that's commercial backyard. There's 1,500 fruit trees over there. Look, those are all coffee trees in front right there. Those are coconut trees. Okay, so this food goes out to the birds, the bees, right? All the creatures that eat the fruit too. But it goes to also people, so I'm feeding some of the people. And remember, are you a human parasite? Not even just on food, okay? You got to really think, how much good have you done? It's not just what you eat, what you drink and what you take, what you poop, but it's, are you doing anything purposeful to add to the realm, to add to this place? Purposeful, okay? And what is purposeful? Something that would give you joy when you do, is because you know whatever you're doing is you're doing something good, which, of course, if you're doing something good, take away 1 O, and what do you get? Sort of God, right? You're doing something godly. And if you're not doing anything at all, I want you to just think about this. That means that you, by truth of the definition, okay, the humans, most of us, we do not have any benefit to the host. In fact, we are a detriment to the host, Gaia. So why do you think, if you take now up to, let's go up to the 3,300 foot step. Let's just jump from 3, next one would be powers of 10, right? 3, 330, 3,300, 33,000. Let's just jump up to the 3,300 foot view. Civilization, especially if you live in the city, okay, looks like it's all cement. It looks like, of course, man made it. And all those materials that it took to make that city came out of Gaia. Did any of those materials get put back? Remember, consume, the parasite, the city. The city is a parasite. It doesn't put anything back into the system, and probably nothing that's really even purposeful in the system. Remember, it's got all the things that you would see as not only a parasite community. Remember, it's got brothels, right? Hidden. You've got massage parlors on every corner. You've got pharmaceuticals all over the place. You've got every place that sells alcohol, okay? Remember, I want you to look. Remember, this is sort of like the devil's advocate, right? His famous quote. I want you to look, okay? But I don't want you to feel. I want you to, well, don't feel, okay? And, yeah, but I got it backwards here though. Okay, look, but don't feel. Feel, but don't taste. And taste, but don't swallow. That's the way it goes. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, there's another system here that pushes us to be parasitic. It's not just inherently to us. Remember, we were born earth stewards. We were here to be able to take care of this godly plane. Okay? We were here to take care of this godly plane. Think of it, earth steward. One that is a benefit to the earth. One that is a benefit to all things. Remember, you can't just make pollution and expect to think that Gaia, the host, it's like the parasites. Remember, the parasites that are in your body poop inside your body. And if they poop inside your body, you know what happens? That means that now you've got poison that's in your body. So all the parasites that are in your body, if you have body fat, these things all have a what you can call exhaust system, which is metabolism. So the parasites that live in your belly, that suck blood, the parasites that live on your skin, everything poops. Everything takes energy in, right? Some type of food, and puts energy out. So same with these guys. They eat the grass, and what do? They poop, and the poop goes into the ground and grows more grass. What a beautiful thing. And they're just cutting the lawn for me. So they're not being a parasite for me. But anyways, this goes deep. Okay, so there's another system here on top of the system that has made us become more parasites than we could ever imagine. Scarcity. Okay, all the wars, all the famine. Remember, there's a system here. And if you look at it at the higher views, okay, then you can see the parasite. Go up to 33,000 feet right now, right? That's the fallen angel view, 33. So once you get up to that 33,000 mile view, right, fly up on a plane and look down. And what do you see? You see what the earth humans have done to the earth. You've put all this blacktop down. You've got all of these areas here that basically have been snuffed out. You've stopped the rivers, you've dammed the flow of the water. You've polluted all the lakes, streams, oceans. You've used basically all, like I said, all those materials that are in that city, you used to build that city and to run that city. So that's a big parasite. So you can see maybe why are we being, well, you can say exterminated. I just say thinned out, right? Population control has been around for a while. That's birth control. There's a lot of things, population control. You don't have any money, you're not going to have a child. And if you do get pregnant, then, well, so far this year, there's been 30 million abortions, just so you know. Remember, we have a parasite on ourselves, 30 million abortions, that's the human parasite killing itself. Remember, the parasites are fighting with each other. All the different race wars, the politics wars, right? Red tie, blue tie. We're parasitically working not only on destroying ourselves, but we're parasitically destroying the planet. So, forget about climate change or climate or any of those things. Remember, there are weather, you can call them weapons or technology here, that has been manipulating our skies probably for over 100 years, as much as we know, at least 70. And, you know, right now you can see, if you really worked for God, which of course are the birds, bees, whales, snails, the oceans, right? All the things that basically are real, all the things, the birds you hear right now, okay? The grass on the ground's real. Watch our video, What is Real? Okay, remember, these are all rethinking reality. Just want you to think from a different perspective. But if you went up into the 33,000 mile view and you look down, I want you to see what we, as a group, collectively, it doesn't matter how it got there, we are a parasite on Gaia. So could it be possible that we need to be thinned out because we're looked at, right? Sort of looked at as cockroaches. Right? They breed too much in your kitchen, and what do? You have to eradicate them. And you start with the areas of most infestation, which are the cities. So every 100 years, as far as we know, and of course every 30 to 40, 50 years, you got wars constantly all the time. You've got sickness, you've got all different types of weather, droughts, okay, hurricanes, earthquakes, all things that basically thin out the population just a little bit. All the males now, remember, to be under control, just like if I had all males in here, I'd have to have one male and castrate the other. If not, they're just fighting all day long. Fighting all day long. So I couldn't control them. I'd have to separate them out and everything else. As you can see, the alpha males are not really in our culture anymore. Do you see any 16 to 25-year-old alpha males anymore? Once in a while you see them, but not too much. Why? Because they've been castrated from testosterone. Watch our video called Estrogen Fed Society, okay? Rethinking reality. Just want you to think reality. Are we, are you, are any of us parasites to the earth, to God? And if there is a game warden here, a game warden that runs this realm, a game warden, this, remember, look at, runs this realm, runs this farm, okay? If you had a lot of sick animals in your farm, what do? You have to get rid of the sick animals. Look at these guys, like 300 pounds. This one's like 250, that one's like 300. Look at everybody eating lawnmowers. Everybody's so grounded too. Look at them. They're sparring off their two males. Hey, you guys, you be nice to each other. And of course the big one takes advantage of the little one. He's sort of parasitic on him a little bit, right? Now he's going to chase him all over the place, right? As you see humans doing the same thing, taking advantage. Those are two males, taking advantage of their, what you can call their dominance. You can see that other one's running for the hills and the other guy's chasing him, beeline. Okay, so the human parasite reality sinks into people. I want you to really think. See, I used to be a parasite because I didn't create and grow 100,000 pounds plus of fruit a year, right? I'm giving back to the world. I only eat maybe 30 pounds, right, through the whole lychee season. And we put out, doesn't matter if you sell it, doesn't matter if you give it away, doesn't matter. You're providing an energy source more than what someone that is maybe living in the city. That's not putting anything back. So farmers should be praised. And as you can see, they're shutting down all the farms just because they want you to well, buy the things that you need to live from them, from one source. But like I said, everybody should have an acre of land. Look at these guys laying in the shade. An acre of land. To be able to take care of it as it's your duty and honor as an earth steward. the land will provide for you. Look, all the avocados. These are all oranges right here. This is a long gone tree right here, just starting to flower. Provides for you. Look, all the grass from the rain. There's the poop right there, see it? It just goes into the ground, comes right back. It's just fertilizer. And this grass turns those animals into a miracle, just from eating grass. Turns them into hoofs, heart, spleen, liver, kidneys, eyes, smell, and an intact program to know what to eat, to know how to not have sex, to mate. Remember, these are God's children. The human parasite reality, like I said, there is a nether reality behind that reality, and we can call that a demonic reality. And a demonic reality would be that it would be controlling the human reality. And there is a demonic, you can call it, energy here. Do you see it in the music? Do you see it in the famous big corporations like Microsoft, right? 666, 6 dots on the back of the cube. The cube's got 33 on it. GE, right? 666 in there. Disney, 666. Heineken, flip it upside down. 666. Fox News, 666. So we become controlled very easily by watching the television. And we are pushed into becoming parasites. What do? We spend most of our living time, precious living time, because you don't get much, guys, chasing our tails, trying to make the mono eye, right? The mani, the one eye. Paper, plastic, or would you prefer numbers, right? That's your money system, right? Oh, we don't have enough money for this or that, or roads or fixed bridges. It's just a ledger, guys. Just throw a couple zeros to the ledger. Oh, we just spent $7 trillion. No, you didn't. There is no money. You spent, or you moved around 7 trillion energy credits, right? Just numbers. Zeros and ones is all you need. You don't need the other numbers. That's just dumb. All I need is zeros and ones, and I can buy anything, do anything, and create anything. That's why you can't beat the ones that designed this realm, the system lords. Remember, the Satanists have been here for a long time, and now they want you to know. They want you to know that they have been in control for as long as you could imagine. They've been in control. So anyways, looking at the 33,000 mile view, okay, you can see that the human groups or communities are parasites to the earth. But when you see your own view, check that out. What do you think you are? Remember, weigh and measure yourself. Do you consume more or do you produce more? And it could be in a lot of different things. It doesn't mean you just have to eat food, okay, or make food. So, you know, you got to really think this through. Remember, you've been weighed, you've been measured, and are you a parasite? You can look at yourself. I don't need to. Remember, it took me 15, 20 years not to be a parasite anymore, to produce more than I consume. I don't care if it's the 21 kW solar system. We produce more energy than we consume. Okay? The food that we produce, and also the good things that we do too, which, of course, helping people with their health. Remember, the King of Kings, as they say. I didn't say this, but the King of Benin, when I was in Italy, he told me, he says, Dr. Cassara, the King of Kings are doctors. Is because a king needs a doctor, a teacher. Because when he's sick, no type of power will help him get better. So the King of Kings are the ones that show people how to take care of themselves with health. Hey, I'm almost ready to shut this thing off here. Put in your 2 seconds.
2 seconds on what subject?
The human parasite dilemma. You got to come over here if you're going to talk. Can't hear you. The human parasite dilemma. I mean, it's a hard thing for anybody to see. It's only because we can't look at ourselves. We can see it on a plane. We look down and we go, whoa, look at all the destruction to Gaia. Look at the rivers that used to be clear and now they're brown. Look at the materials that it took to build that city that they stole from Gaia, that didn't put back anything. Just taking and taking and taking, as a city does. It doesn't put anything back. What does it put back? I can't think of anything.
No. And I think that's your point. Is what we're not aware of is consumerism, consumption. We consume, and take and take and take. We don't put anything back. What are we doing good for our environment, for the planet? What are we doing? We're certainly not putting anything back. But then again, I already said that. But it goes to.
Okay, just because you can look at this now. Here, I'll just go this way so you can see everybody. Those guys.
Yeah, they were just fighting a minute ago.
They called it a truce. They're tired. They're getting hot. They got to go in the shade, cool down before they start fighting again. Look, I mean, it's hard. It's hard for us to be able to see. You've been weighed. You've been measured. Do you have a parasitic life on the earth? Do you have a parasitic life to your family?
I'll say it the whole way through. You've been weighed, you've been measured, and been found wanting. Think about that.
You've been found wanting.
Okay? Everybody wants, needs, wants more. And it's always that next thing we're going to get that's going to make us complete, and then we get it, we don't have it. It's just going back to consumerism, consumption, capitalism, whatever you want to call it, isms. But
but that's that, and that's and it's every level. It's not just, you know, the parasitic level, the human parasite dilemma. See, like I said, there is a system behind. The humans are good people. I mean, I've studied them. I've traveled around the world. They just want to take care of their children. They want to have food on the table. They want to do good. And a lot of the countries that are maybe European or indigenous tribes, they live with Gaia. They live with the earth. But as you venture into the city and you get this accumulation of all these fish in a sardine can, now you have this weird scarcity system because the cities, all of them are unsustainable. They don't grow any food. Okay, they steal their water from some other place. Okay, they you know, have no existence to be sustainable at all. Are there any animals that they grow in the city? I'm talking the city. New York City, San Francisco City, Los Angeles City.
Well,
there's nothing there.
You said. People, you know, are good people. They're generally good people. They're just not aware. They don't know. They've been programmed since birth to consume, pursue. But what is it that we're pursuing, and what is it that we're consuming? We're taking away but never putting back, and I think it's the premise of what you're talking about.
But I want
human parasite is what? It's like, well, let's refer, maybe you already mentioned, the Georgia Guidestones. Man shall not be a parasite upon the earth. And then that gets into some pretty dark and sinister stuff from there. But why are they talking this way? Because since birth, you've been programmed, and your parents have been programmed to pursue what? Okay, to get what? It's always material things, wants and needs.
Well, it's because of the system has taught you that you don't have enough.
The system's always taught you that you don't have enough.
It's because there's never enough to go around, and if you have extra food, you give it away because you don't want it to spoil. But if you don't have enough, you lie to people and you act like you don't have any food just to make sure no one asks you for food. So what I was really trying to get at is I want people to be able, we can see as a city that we are a parasite to Gaia. Now, let's go down to like a farm. A farm is not a parasite to Gaia. It's having some type of thing like I have right here. Everybody should have a small 1 acre farm. If you're not living in 1 acre, then you'll never see the beauty into, look at the coconuts up there, into God. And what's God? Like I said, it's not a guy with a beard. It's the intelligent design, and we are supposed to be earth stewards to take care of our little plot of land for Gaia and do the best we can to nourish, care, beautify, and let the land give you what the land can give you, but respect it and take care of it. Okay?
And put back.
And, well, exactly. I always have to put back. I have more than I can stand. I have all these, let's say, lemon trees. I can't eat all the lemons off the tree. I got 10 different varieties of avocados. This is like my little personal little backyard. So what do? A lot of things eat, even if it's not even people, it's animals. You know, it's other things that eat the fruit that we produce. So we're providing not only food for people, but we're providing food for all the animals. So this is a purpose. You know, sometimes when we live in the city, we lose our purpose. Is because our purpose becomes a unseen parasite to not only yourself, remember, your friends, your family, and you have a no appreciation, a non-appreciation. It's not everybody, but you have a non-appreciation of what matters most. And if you look at us as the way we are right now, we are a broken species. We are poisoned. Forget about how we got poisoned. We're overweight. We're obese. 100 million people in the United States obese. Okay, we are sick as you could believe. Remember, we spend more money in the United States on medical, and we're the sickest nation in the world. We rank 38th or worse in as far as the best facilities, best hospital care in the world. Why? Because it's a business here. So the whole system, remember, from the top down, okay, makes us so we become the rotten apple. And so it's not the humans' really fault. Remember, we were born here with amnesia. We really didn't get it here. We were taught that we came from monkeys. We were taught, you know, that in time, okay, you will be fed. You wake up in the morning, the store is magically presentable with all the food. You don't even ask where it comes from. You turn the power on. You have no idea where it comes from. Remember, in order to get your electricity, they have to steal crude oil. They have to steal some of Gaia's blood. So we not only are a parasite sometimes to ourselves, but not only not putting anything back.
What is a parasite? I mean, how did
A
we
parasite
become...
is no definite.
No, that's not what I mean. Because what is a parasite? And how did it come about that the humans, as Agenda 21 says, do not be a parasite and a cancer upon the earth? We've been programmed
That's Georgia Guidestone said that.
Yeah, and Agenda 21 is basically saying that to a certain degree with how they want to, you know, decrease the population. But not to get into all that. How did we become parasites? It's a program. We've been programmed since birth, is what I was trying to say. Is
Gotta come closer.
gotta get, gotta have, gotta take, gotta drink, gotta get all the time. It's always that's what consumerism program is. And we were bred into that. We were born into it and bred it and programmed into our heads.
And you don't feel happy, people, because you can't find your happiness through buying shit. You will get some tools to be able to work on Gaia's, you know, whole farm. Like, this is what it is. See, most of us live in the city, and you're pushed to live in the city, and you're losing your soul. You're losing your connection to God, which of course is the earth, the water, the fire, the air, the ether. You're living in a artificial world with all the wireless, the cell towers. You're living in a place that basically, not only where you live, you are the parasite to Gaia, but where you live, the city is a parasite to you. Look at all the sick people, all the mental people. Remember, the city is a disease. And if you were, let's say,
Isn't that what Morpheus said?
Yeah. So let's say right now, because we're all bent out of shape because a lot of people are being exterminated. But let's just look at this. If you worked for Gaia, which is, of course, is God, the earth, the fire, the ether, all the things that you see that are real in nature, the birds singing, okay, the fish, the ocean, then you would see that the problem is the humans. Doesn't matter how it is. It's just, if the humans weren't here, everything Gaia would do just fine. It doesn't need our help one bit. But as we start to increase our numbers, then we need to, of course, fix what we've destroyed. And this is a big problem now. So, you know, you've got a human parasite reality, and we all have become pretty much parasites because we've been pushed into the city. You've been pushed to not even take care of your children, is because you don't have the money, you don't have the time, and you don't feel the connection even to your own children. You call your children kids, and that's a word that you would call a goat's child, a kid. That's the goat, the Baphomet, right? So anyways, the parasitic reality is a real thing, and it's not good for us not to know about. Maybe there's a reason why Bill Gates wants to go ahead and cut down the population by 15%, but at the same time, he wants to give you a vaccine to save your life.
Yeah, how does that work? How does that work? I think a lot of people know about that.
It's doublespeak. Okay? Wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Okay? You know, like I said, can you blame those that run this world? And it's not the ones you see on television. They don't run the world. They're just part of the theater. But there's a agenda here, and the agenda, of course, we have no idea. No one knows what's going to go down, but we can see that the whole system, okay, because remember, the system is a parasitic system. The money system is parasitic, okay, the way they factory farm animals and that suffering type of, remember, you sustainably raise animals, okay? They only live so long, and you protect them, take care of them as well as you can, and of course they will feed you. They will provide certain types of things from their skin, whatever it's going to be. But factory farming is that animal suffering the whole time, and of course that's not right. That's suffering again. Remember, we're a parasite to the animals. Look, I'm taking care of the animals here, okay? And if I had to, of course, yeah. Hey, everything provides food for everything. Okay, I'm not going to do that though because they're my children. But if, of course, you know, push comes to shove, we all need to survive, and you can see the human species is just folding upon itself. I mean, we saw people yesterday in town, frickin' crazy people screaming, okay, holding signs. Okay, that's your mind being a parasite on its own self. Remember, you're using yourself in a negative way, and others are feeling your negative parasitic energy, and no one wants to be around anybody like that. And you can see when I go to town and everybody's just like it's a zombie. It's a dead zombie zone. Everybody's got their soul sucked away from them. They don't have any feelings at all. I can't see any emotions at all, and they don't show them at all. So that's the best part of this thing. They don't show the emotions, so there's no reason to go ahead and act like you're human. You're just acting pretty much like you're a zombie. The zombie apocalypse is real. So anyways, I just wanted to go ahead and bring out, weigh and measure yourself and see if you fall into the human parasite. If you live in the city, you already know you are. But weigh and measure yourself out, because it's a cool thing for you to be able to really see that. They always say there's always time to go ahead and see if you could sort of change course, you know? And remember, they don't want you living in the suburbs anymore. They want you to live in the city. They want you to really be a part of their synthetic world. But there's nothing better than this world that is real. Again, look, everything provides for everything as long as you take care of it. Somebody planted these palm trees here. That's why they're here. If no one planted them here, then this tree. So somebody went ahead and actually made this here, not only for beauty, but they made it for food too. So if you don't do anything, guys, then you know you rely on all other people to try to save you. You need a savior, right? You need a religious savior. You need a political savior. You need some type of savior, because you really can't even save yourself. Can't eat well. Okay, you're not taking care of yourself, putting phones up to your head all day long. You're just scheduling yourself for an early termination in this sort of, I guess you'd call it, cleaning of the house. So, anything last words before I sign this thing off? Look at the lizard.
It's probably gone on a long, long time. Basically, what's happening right now, some people are aware of it and other people are not. With this, they're calling it the global reset or Agenda 21, 25 to 2030, is that the system that we have been born into, and it's all we know, it's not sustainable. It's collapsing on itself, and for the lack of a better way of putting it, our leaders have to save face and make an excuse like climate change or global warming or whatever the case may be for their folly, their F up. I'm sorry. It's everybody's responsibility, including mine and his and yours, but I hold the leaders of this world and this country more accountable than anybody else, because they were the ones that
steered us in a stupid direction.
Steered us into stupidity and ignorance, and nobody knew any better. They just followed the leader. But now that it's not sustainable, I hate to say it because I'm an eternal optimist. Things are going to get kind of ugly these next several years, and I don't know what's going to happen. If I did, then I'd probably be a multi-cajillionaire or something, or a philanthropist or something.
So just to sign off here, guys, go out in nature. Go ahead and see God's creation. Go to the zoo even if it's open, and just check out some of the animals. Even though they're in jail, check out God's creatures. Remember, Satan didn't design those. The GMO people, right? The guys that do genetically modified anything, they take God's creation, and what they do is they pervert it. They've taken humans, and they've taken the original male and the original female, and they've perverted it into a androgyne. as you can see, a little bit of male, a little bit of female, and I don't think you're going to breed, and I don't think you want to breed because you can't smell the pheromones. So anyways, wherever all this is going, just this idea was just to be able to have you realize, are they exterminating us is because we've all become parasites. Yeah.
A coconut grenade.
Check out that
Coconut
thing.
grenade, which should not fall off the tree, but they're
Yeah.
falling off the trees all the time.
They shouldn't.
Which is not normal.
No water in that
No
one.
water in that. That's all husk.
Yeah, no, it's just a small.
All right.
Okay, we'll see you guys. Aloha, and give yourself the, like I said, the once over. How much do you put into this world versus how much do you take? And there's very few people that you know yourself, if you know one, that puts more into the system. Maybe you're making cannabis, doesn't matter. Remember, you're putting things into the system that do have benefit if people use them right. Okay? Maybe you're doing whatever you're doing. Even maybe helping people as a teacher at school if you're teaching them things.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Let's
Yeah.
sign off with this final thought. What does it mean? Because it's been coming up lately, especially with the new technologies and the vaccination and nanotechnology, and it's been coming up. What does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be self-sustainable? What does it mean as a society, as a
Gotta go
people,
closer.
and as a society? What does it mean to be self-sustainable? And let's ask ourselves that. That's someplace where
We don't know.
well,
Self-sustainable. How do you be self-sustainable when you live in the city? You got to go to work. You got to make some of their fake money. You got to take up some of your time so you could go ahead and buy the things that just grow on frickin' trees. Okay, this is the problem. This is the sort of like the dilemma everybody's in, and it's a checkmate, guys. Sorry, it's checkmate.
Well,
You-
you can't be self-sustainable if you're going to a job for 8 hours a day for a paycheck, so you can go to the freezer and get the box. Meaning, I'm going to go to the store and buy what I need, as opposed to make or grow what I need. And that capability has been taken away from us a long time.
And not only that, you're too frickin' lazy, people. You've been castrated from testosterone. Yes, you have. And so you don't want to do anything. No, you don't, because you need testosterone to go ahead and look. Whoever put this fence up here had testosterone. Okay? I don't care. Whoever planted that tree had testosterone, because testosterone makes you do things. And if you don't like to play sports, if you don't like to even cut the bloody lawn, if you don't like to beautify your place, it means most likely that you have a hormone imbalance with too much estrogen. Anyways, we'll go ahead and sign off, and again,
And a part two at another time, because there's a lot more to talk about on a different note.
there's a lot of different things on the human parasite, but just sort of be aware of yourself. Are you a parasite to the earth? Are you a parasite to your family? Okay, do you just take, remember, and not give back at all? That's the definition of a parasite. Do you take and not give anything back? That's the definition. So check it out. All right, that's it. Aloha. We'll see you.